Hello, my name is Lane Gavin,
And I'm Sam Goerlitz.
and today we will be discussing Harvey Weinstein, the sexual assault case surrounding him, and how sexism helped create the necessary conditions that led him to his case.
We will also be discussing how sexism in Hollywood specifically is so strong it allowed a situation like this to occur.
Harvey Weinstein is largely known for being an American film producer, producing films like Pulp Fiction, Lord of the Rings, and Good Will Hunting. He began his career when he started promoting rock concerts with his brother, and then quickly turned to their interest in movies where they both established the Miramax Film Corporation. They then began to buy rights to films and distribute them.
After that, Harvey Weinstein founded the Weinstein Company in 2005, which was a large production company that had connections to many big names in Hollywood, such as Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, and Jennifer Lawrence. Weinstein's actions first became known to the public in October of 2017, when various news sources such as the New York Times, the New Yorker, and the New Yorker made a report of allegations of sexual misconduct from women all over Hollywood against Weinstein. This led to investigations from the police looking into all of the claims, and eventually, in May 2018, Weinstein was arrested on charges of rape and other crimes. Over 80 women have come forward with claims against him. After the trial, Weinstein was eventually found guilty of rape in the third degree and criminal sexual act. He was then sentenced to 23 years of imprisonment, where he remains to this day.
One actress named Jessica Mann came out with her story against Weinstein and was brought into court for trial. Jessica said she met him in 2013, where they had a consensual relationship at times, until things led to violent and abusive acts. She mentioned that Weinstein had the power to lift her and her career, but it only depended on what she did with him behind closed doors. She later started dating another actor and decided to tell Weinstein in hopes that he would end his malicious acts towards her. Weinstein did not take this well and shortly after dragged her to his hotel room, where he later performed forceful acts on her. Many people have wondered how these things could have happened and for so long. Well, the answer is simple. Hollywood is deeply rooted in sexism, and women are simply not treated fairly in the industry.
Weinstein and Hollywood as a whole have made many actresses believe that they are simply unable to succeed based on their merit alone. Women have to be beneficial to the powerful men in the industry, otherwise they will simply be ostracized and excluded from the business, no matter how talented they are. These ideas are so deeply ingrained in Hollywood that many actresses felt that performing these acts with Weinstein and other influential people was the only possible way for them to make a career for themselves.
It was also nearly impossible for these women to speak out against these crimes for various reasons. Many times these allegations would simply be covered up and swept under the rug, not mentioned for years. Weinstein was quite superior and held so much power over everyone else in the industry, so he could easily come up with one statement of denial, and everything could be easily forgotten. Many other people in the industry were also involved with covering up these allegations, showing that it is not only one person causing this big issue, but a toxic mentality that plagues so many people.
Many women in the industry also felt that if they even attempted to speak out about the harm caused them, it would have fatal consequences. They knew that trying to seek justice for these crimes would cause them to lose their status in the industry and maybe even their livelihoods. But despite all this, there's still hope that one day this problem will eventually be eliminated entirely. As more and more allegations came out about Weinstein, many victims of abuse felt their voices would also be heard. This led to a very famous social media movement known as the Me Too movement, where women from all over the world would share their stories about abuse.
We need to be able to give victims of abuse a platform and a voice where they feel comfortable to speak out about what happened to them, and people that are willing to listen and help make a change. Actresses and other females in the industry should not feel as if they need to sleep with an executive in order to succeed, and women should not be looked down upon for trying to get justice against their abusers. As this case has shown, when we as a society are able to listen to and understand these voices, we will be able to grow and prevent things like this from ever happening again.
Thank you.